Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing today?
Good.
Chilling, man.
Cold.
Chilling. Cold? Yeah. The weather in Texas is just acting funny lately.
Bipolar.
Bipolar.
It can go. I'm over it.
You over it?
I'm tired of being cold and then warm one day, and then back to snow, and then back to a little bit of sun,
Back to rain.
and then winter storm.
Just get used to it.
Texas weather, yeah.
It's a mess.
Just get used to it, you know.
No, I refuse.
Yeah. No, I love Texas. I love it here. But sometimes I feel like going back to Boston.
It's worse.
It's worse, but Boston weather will tell you today I'm gonna be like -20.
That's true.
And you know
It stays
It's gonna be
there.
it's gonna
It
be
wasn't
20.
It said
bad.
like the other day, it said it was gonna snow, and then it didn't. Even
Yeah, I
snow.
think that was 2 days ago. It didn't
Oh
snow.
yeah,
Was it
on
Friday?
Friday. Yes.
Yeah, Friday.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Supposed to snow and icy, right?
That's yesterday actually.
I don't go out no
It
more
only
when it
rained.
snows.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't pay me to go live in -20 weather though. That's just
Bro. You need to go there.
I'm okay.
But y'all still live life when it's snowing at -20.
Yes, because they have a system, they have a plow, they put salt out,
Wow.
put salt
Yeah.
on the stove. But
Texas,
here,
you can't do that. They're not
it's nothing.
prepared.
We're not prepared, and the
Not
reason is
prepared.
it doesn't snow
Happen
often,
often.
so
Yeah.
it's
There's
just
no need
waste so
to
much
waste
money
it.
preparing
Is
for
there a
that.
system for me not to freeze when I'm out there?
Boston has everything, like it
I
has
need a walking
everything.
heater.
Right.
You do.
You got that?
You do, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you can like attach to your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today I want us to talk about something, you know, about retirement, you know. In some cultures, in some part of the world, when some parents are getting old, they tend to like depend on their kids for support, you know. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or it's a system thing. I just don't know. But it's like a pattern, you know, that's been going on for years. And I'm just thinking, how can we solve it? How can it be reduced? How can it be, prevented and stuff like that? So what do you have to say about it?
I don't think it can be prevented because I feel like in this generation, like our generation kind of thing, like we grew up, you know, we want to take care of our parents and help them because they busted their asses for us, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's different than the kids. I feel like the generation now, I feel like it's different. But it needs to start in school. Like we need to learn about retirement, how to prepare for those things, like what it is. It starts in school because we're learning bullshit in school.
Bullshit?
Yes.
I
What you
That
mean
stuff
bullshit?
I'm not taking with me.
I think the school system is actually it takes off this. I feel like the purpose we have. There's a bulb. They prepare us to be employed.
Yeah.
They don't prepare us to get
To be independent.
independent.
Yeah.
So
And
they're
make
just teaching you to be
resources.
employed.
That's a part of it. They also
So-
just want to make money.
Money.
I'm like, I'm learning this.
That's
I'm
the
like, I'm not
truth.
even
That's the
using
truth.
this.
Yeah.
Like history, I'm not going to use unless I'm a history.
So we are preparing for a job.
Right.
Yes.
But what's your work?
Like,
Okay.
You get the point?
Yes.
So I don't know, Ben. But that's what I think.
My question is, from what you said, like, is it a problem? Is it that bad to take care of your parents or have them rely on you? I guess it depends on how they request it, but I feel like we're supposed to do
there's
it
some families where
anyway,
it's expected.
right?
Cultures, it's expected that you.
Yeah.
you're supposed to take
So
care of
would you call it entitlement? Like,
them. I don't got time for that. Man.
you know,
That's
Or
a
is it a-
whole.
is it a
That's a
duty?
whole lot. That's a whole other thing. That's provided. Can you?
I'm just asking.
Okay. Does anyone want to go first or?
Retirement, go.
No. She asked a question. Let's answer that question.
I think it is sort of an entitlement, right? Like to a certain extent, they feel like, and I think to some folks do it because they did all they could to see their kids break the barrier, right? Like, you know, the poverty, the generational thing that's been coming through, and they poured everything. Of course, some of those people, you don't expect them to save anything, right? It's really hard. And so after they've done that, for the kid to now turn their backs on, you know, so to speak, I use that phrase,
fair.
turn their back, would not be, you would be looked upon. So I think that's one perspective, right?
Okay.
The other perspective is, you do have some parents that are like, all right, I'm just gonna spend my money. I don't care.
You live your life.
You live your life. I live my life. And then at the end of the life, they still want you to take care of them. Me, I will put you in a home in a minute. If you were that kind of parent.
I think like the main thing here is you are creating a business without informing me. So you are investing in me without telling me. I didn't know that was what you were doing. So you're expecting returns from me. I'm not supposed to be. You go do investment. Some other cultures will invest somewhere else and wait for the children to inherit. But you see, I think it's a mindset thing.
You see, for me, right? For me, I think there should be a balance. Like me, I have a son, right? He owes me nothing. Nothing. I brought him into this world. He owes me nothing. I've never in my life sat down and think of, someday he's gonna take care of me. No. A wise man, I repeat, a wise man, a wise woman leave inheritance for his children's children. So if you're living a life where you just feel like, I'm spending all my money on my kids, so there's a problem. If you don't have money to take care of kids, don't bring them into this world.
Okay, Charles. I like what you just said, but I think some parents actually have this mindset, but life happened to them.
So I was gonna say kind of something along those lines. It's kind of easy sitting from where you are right now.
Yes.
One generation removed from the place that, you know, some people are.
I'm not landed though.
Sure.
I'm still going somewhere.
But we can't take away the fact that we are better off than some of our, you know, parents are.
As it should be.
As it should be, exactly, as it should be. So I think, you know, it's kind of hard or maybe harsh. That's why I think it has to be like a situational thing, right? Like, if your parents, if you know, they tried.
Yeah.
They did everything.
They did their best.
They did their best.
But time.
And I also think, you know, probably a parent that would do that would probably also not expect you to be their sole, you know, whatever at the end of their life. But if they are, again, I'll be the first one to put that.
I know everybody watching this is retirement.
I know Cassandra have something to say, but before she says something, let me say this. I love the idea of taking care of your parents, okay? I love it. But there's some parents who just feel entitled.
That's just
Absolutely.
Stuff happens in life.
I
I know of a man who was so rich, but he put his money in one bank in Nigeria and everything just shut down. You know Nigeria closed.
Society General.
I'm telling you, the bank just closed up. The CEO, they couldn't find him. Something happened.
That's happened many times in prison, you know.
So I understand that, but the question, how can this, even if it's not resolved, but how can we, not with the new generation, how can we stop that pattern? You know, like I said, they want to do for me, they should do, they can do for me, but I'm not going to say, you because there's a pattern where these kids, they've not even stood to their ground. They take care of themselves, they still take care of the parents, and it's like they take care of two people. Before you know, you spend years, what you're supposed to invest in you to make yourself stand.
You
can't even get it. And then now you now have a son or a daughter, the cycle keep repeating.
Get yourself up before you pull somebody.
You understand? I'm not against supporting. I love my parents. I listen. They'll take a bullet for me, not me taking a bullet for them. Your parents should take a bullet for you, though. I'm not gonna take a bullet for my parents. Are you gonna do that?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was saying. No. Let me. That's what I was saying the other day. Yes, I'll take a bullet for my son. So I told him, sorry, not to. I said I would die for you, but I would kill for him, for my son.
Man,
so I guess that's how
touchy
it.
right
You
now,
see
man.
that?
Yeah,
that's
so I get what
romantic.
you're saying.
But don't
it's not wrong
die
that-
for me. We'll live for each other.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm.
like this, because in some home they'll tell you every month this is what you bring to your father and your mother.
Yeah, but I think that's where you can't really have that, right?
So how do we?
That sounds ridiculous on so many levels to me. That somebody will be, and I give it to you like that. There are folks that are like that.
Yeah.
Now, say I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Like, say you have somebody in that situation. Let's just assume your dad, your father, your mom, and they wasted their youthful days. They didn't leave you anything.
Yeah.
You kind of found your way through life, and you are in a good place.
Yeah.
And are you gonna leave them languishing?
No, never. Never.
That exactly.
Right? Like that's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
While I understand, I think the only thing we can do at this point is to change the course of things.
From us.
I think there's a perspective here right now, because I think we're looking at it from the I don't want to use the word. I don't use it. I think poverty,
Yes.
mindset, but I think it's the same thing when you are from a wealthy home.
Yeah.
And your parent expects you
To
take over
The
from-
business.
the business.
Yeah.
Now, because it's wealth,
Yeah.
you won't look at
You
it
will
as
look at it as the
that's
same thing.
entitlement.
It's still an entitled situation.
What is it? Positive
You
entitlement.
see?
Is it positive entitlement? How can we read? There's some culture. I'm telling you, even they will tell you. I'm telling you. I've seen it.
They actually, some people see it as family business.
Yes, like
we are
my
putting
kids.
they'll send like now, look at us now where we are. Imagine where your dad started from. I'm from Nigeria.
Yes,
my
me
dad
too.
started from the village, like village, just to tell you how deep.
Thank you.
I'm trying to express it to let you know how deep. Like they were into farming. That's all they did.
Every morning.
Farming. So for him to even move out of the village
To
to
the
Lagos
city.
is you moving from Lagos to America.
FYI, people.
So-
they're from Nigeria.
Lagos is the city.
The ones who are
Lagos
not
is the city.
sure, that's why they say village.
Yeah.
Because they're probably like village.
So
what?
Cassandra, we also you Mexico,
Thank
right?
you.
From Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yes. We have the same culture, kind
Yeah.
of.
But I am
Similar
half, so I'm
culture.
half Arabian, and yes.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. So what are those ways you guys think that?
So before you go there, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You kind of alluded to the fact that she has something with retirement. Cass?
What about retirement?
Yeah, like that you had a perspective, like.
Oh, my perspective on retirement? I mean, my parents and my grandparents have set ways where they make sure, like, you got to make sure you take care of yourself. It wasn't, you have to take care of us.
Okay.
You see the mindset.
Now
right?
that's a better mindset.
You know?
Parents,
you
yeah,
have to
so-
make sure you're set. So they taught us how to be set. My grandpa was teaching me how to write a resume at like
Come
10. You know, what resume paper is. Like, I was learning what money was at a young age. So retirement for me, when I got my first job, I'm like,
You're
what do you
already
guys have?
thinking 401k.
I'm already learning
Wow.
401k.
Wow.
So that's
high
what you're
school.
saying. Like they're not teaching us the
They're
right
not
stuff.
teaching us these
Yeah.
things.
How to.
Education.
Education.
Rights. Yeah.
That's how
Teach us
to.
these things.
Not school.
Teach us life. Don't
Education,
teach
not
us school.
school.
Because when you get to college, it's a whole different damn ballgame. It's not
Yeah.
even fucking same.
Right.
High school and college are not the same.
Yeah.
And that's why these kids struggle, because we're not learning life.
Yeah.
Retirement
They're not learning
is life. If you are not built into a wealthy family, if you
You
have
have to
come,
build
you know,
it
you don't
yourself.
have many businesses, things, they're not teaching us stuff. Now we have TikTok, Instagram teaching us these things.
Yeah.
Now we have it. We did not have that, so we're learning.
Then learning.
It's also an advantage that folks from the wealthy, someone from a wealthy family has, right? Like,
Yeah, extreme.
I'm learning. I've grown in this past, 5-10 years to understand that, these folks, when you talk to them, they know this little secrets that we never got exposed to. Right? They know what a 401k is. They know what a stock option is.
Now we have crypto.
That's why you have the kids that are 24 billionaires and they have retirements. They have all this.
Right.
Like I
And they're
said, my
CEOs.
my parents were like, you got to take care of yourself. So I watched them do these things.
Yeah.
While my parents are still doing stuff, so they can make sure they can take care of themselves, so it's not left on them. Because what their parents went through or whatever, like my mom's side, whatever her parents are going through, it's left on her. Because her sibling passed away, so now it's on her. My mom doesn't want that for us.
Yeah.
So she's
But it depends on the parent's mindset and the change and all these things. Like if you're not willing to evolve and make the change, then it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so my parents set it up for me. I became very aware.
Come on. Amazing.
Yeah.
So now I know.
I like that, one thing too that I would add to that, is as a family, like the look at the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, create something that will bring a generational wealth, a perpetual wealth.
And if you can't do that,
teach.
put knowledge into them so
Yes,
they know.
invest in
How
Hey,
to-
you guys, if a retirement's a big damn deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It is.
And they need to know
College
these things, but you need
funds.
to tell them this
Yeah.
stuff, like they're not going to know unless you tell them. And we're having to learn on our own.
Yeah.
Now there's a bunch of resources that we did not
Everywhere.
have.
Information is everywhere.
And I see some young folks like taking unnecessary loans. You don't need some loans though.
For
Because
school?
you pay them all through your life.
Yeah.
Well, what's sad is there's people now in their 30s just barely starting their retirement. And that worries me because I was at 18. I'm like, gotta start
Started
now. I'm
it.
like, can I transfer?
started
Can I
at
transfer
18?
to my can I transfer to my new job?
Wow.
Can I transfer to the other place?
So
Like, can I,
American.
if I'm gonna
Well,
take it
that's
out,
amazing.
I
30 is
do,
better than
It
50
is better than 50.
because you're still healthier.
Yeah.
That's what the job, the company that I'm with now, I won't leave because
Yeah.
my retirement,
Yes.
I'm set, and I won't leave
I
because I'm set.
had a friend many years ago, and when she was in high school, she's African American. Her mom got her a credit card, but it was a supervised credit card. Why? Because they wanted her to build credit. She started learning. Nah, this probably not even high school, maybe like really
Because
early.
I learned that all.
Wow.
Right,
Oh yeah,
right.
that's what that guy told you. He put his kids on secure credit cards
Yes,
so that
yes,
it can
Yes, while you're
build.
spending.
Yeah.
She's
Their
married
credit has
now.
been built.
She's in Saudi Arabia. That's where her husband works. But I can tell you that was a good lesson learned because they have from there they have
Building.
like properties all over the United States
Wow.
that they invested in, right?
And that's
this is
their
not-
retirement.
That's their retirement.
Wow.
Not- this was 10, 15 years ago that I'm talking about.
Wow. Okay.
Right? But it's through learning, through their parents like catching
teaching
up.
them.
So it starts with the
Amazing.
parents, but then the same, you can't get it from your parents. Start it with yourself.
Yeah.
Do your
So we talk
research.
about education.
Educate
Create
yourself. Education, not
Empowerment.
schooling.
Yes.
There's so much
education.
going on with independence, empowerment.
Yeah.
If you want to be independent, be the fuck independent.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it. Do it.
So
Yeah.
the other thing that I think for some of us that kind of know these things and see from know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we have to also do more about trying to put,
Telling.
which is why this is a very good forum, right? Like that we're talking about this because I think what we're gonna see is if we think back to where this problem comes from, which is I think a lot of it is poverty,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we look at a lot of
And
the
that
countries.
dictates a lot,
A lot
that
of-
goes on in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now we think of where the world is. I'll use my country as an example. There's still a lot of poverty in Nigeria. That's where I'm from. We're still gonna see this cycle go through
Yeah.
without us,
I have to speak pidgin English right now.
Yeah.
I never help myself.
Yeah.
Make I go help you.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Help myself before helping you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not helping myself.
Your parents, I've not even made it yet.
Yes.
Yeah,
But that's
so-
when we're in times where we have to help ourselves before we help
But
anybody
for-
else.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
so
God.
fam, we've said a lot. I just, in one word,
Yeah.
Folu, what do you think? What do you have to tell our viewers out there to, prepare for the future? Get ready. What do you have to tell them so they can learn?
Same thing. She said empowerment. There's information everywhere on TikTok, Instagram, how to build wealth, how to
have
set
to.
up 401k,
Because who knows where
college
the world's
fund.
going? Who knows what our
Yeah.
retirement will be at the
Yeah.
time when you need to retire? So
Yeah.
find ways to have a retirement that's not in a
Exactly.
bank.
And if you can help your parents, absolutely. If you're in
Please
a
do.
position to, hopefully they're not pressuring you when
pressure.
you can't help yourself.
Thank
But yeah,
you.
we're
But do not feel obligated.
Yeah, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, same thing, don't feel that pressure. Life has a lot of things that actually you came into life and met here already.
Yeah.
So you don't need the pressure from your parents to now feel like, and when you are under pressure, you might not perform to your fullest.
Yeah.
Because
So
there's so
your
much pressure.
yes, there's so much pressure. So
Gonna shut
another
down.
thing is find your work. Your work and your job is different. Your job is what you can do per time to get something that and focus on your work. Your work has the capacity to build generational wealth. I don't think your job can, but it might be able to if you understand how to do the retirement and all that
Set it up.
But
Yeah.
know the difference between your work and your job.
Yes.
Words.
Yes,
Mr.
I
Sheyi.
agree.
Start small. Nothing is too little to put towards your retirement.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we feel like you have to have this
this.
big old, I don't have
Yeah.
it, and then just spend that little money that you have.
Exactly.
But the little that you have, you start putting it in
Accumulate.
there.
Long way.
$1 a day.
It goes a long way.
That's
Dollar a
fine.
day.
That is fine for sure.
Cass. What you
I think
guys
people
say?
need to realize that too. Retirement doesn't just need to be within your job work, your job area. It doesn't have to be, I have to start something in a bank. Start it in a shoebox. It can be anything. It can be a home. It can, property, land. It can be anything.
Yeah.
Retirement is what you make it. So when you're ready to be done working, you have
fall
this
back
cushion now
on
to
it.
live off of.
Yep.
It does not need to be in your work, and I feel like they programmed us to be like, it has to be in your job. That's all you
Yes.
survive.
Yes.
Great. I really like that, man. So, fam, you've heard from everybody. Listen, we love our parents, okay?
Oh,
We're
definitely.
going to take care of our parents.
I love
Yes.
you, mom. I love you, mom.
Actually,
We do love them.
I'm here today because my mom and dad did
Thank
a
you,
lot.
mommy.
Exactly.
Thank
We're
you,
not gonna
daddy.
be like,
Bye.
no
Bye.
offense, no offense, you know what I'm saying? So please, like everybody have said, think of the future,
You
start.
gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody.
Definitely, think of the future. Think of what you can do to create a perpetual generational wealth for yourself and for your family.
Generational
So
wealth.
please,
Think of your grandkids
sometimes
too, parents.
yes, and there are some intellectual properties that actually give you some crazy wealth.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Knowledge
Educate
is
yourself.
power.
You understand?
Yeah.
The right
Amen.
knowledge is power. I like using
Yes,
that. Okay.
yes. The right
So
knowledge.
we love you. Thanks for watching
I like
What's
that.
Up Pod.
Yep.
Greatness is who you are, is your DNA. These are my
Amen.
family. That is Henrisoul.
Yeah, man.
Henrisoul is a
Man,
listen. You need to
man.
check him out. He's a crazy gospel musician. Realistic musician artist. Like
Afrobeat gospel music.
his Afrobeat has oil. I'm telling you, this guy has oil. If Nigeria will call it, he has ororo. You understand? So that is pretty wife.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's Sheyi's wife is not here. She's gonna be here later. Okay, yeah, that's Cass. Cass. She's hot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your boy Charles Levi. I'll keep it
The queen.
100. Okay. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. It's Charles
We
Levi.
appreciate
What's
y'all.
up?
Yeah.
Twitter is Charles Levi Pod. We love you. Stay blessed.